Hello viewers, today we're going to take a look at the ceiling fans in my house. This is the configuration for March of 2026. Here in the living room we have a 68-inch Hampton Bay Altura ceiling fan in the oil rub bronze finish. I have mixed feelings about this installation. It's definitely not one of my favorites I've done in here thus far. I like the fan itself. I like the way it performs. I think it's a great design to have that low speed, large blades that push a tremendous amount of air with practically no noise. This is how I think all ceiling fans should be designed. And although it has more of a modern style to it, I think it's a really good combination of earth tones and rounded edges and simplicity without being super bland and dull. So I like the fan itself, especially for something made in the 2000s. And from an interior design perspective, I think it matches the space very nicely. The color scheme blends, it sits in the area, it looks like it belongs there, it doesn't stand out, hangs at a good height. It's not too large, it fits nicely in between the beams. Everything is pretty good in that sense. I think where it fails is that it's not like super nostalgic to me. Yes, my uncle had one, I liked his, I remember seeing it a lot, but it wasn't anything old at the time, so it didn't really stand out to me that much back at that point in time. And the fan in here is really the focal point of this room. And when I walk in this room, the first thing I do is look at the fan. And so I like to have something that's either really, really nostalgic or a really nice, fancy, old school piece from the 80s, the 90s. And this isn't that. And so, although I like this, and I'll probably use it again at some point, maybe during Christmas time, there's a lot of other fans I have that I'd rather have in this space instead. I tend to think that this would look pretty ridiculous in any other part of the house, but I do want to try it in some other parts of the house. I'll have to see if I can get a 4-inch rod in this color scheme. I don't know why I bought that rod that's on there right now, but it just so happened to be that it's the correct color for this. I would have either gotten it at the Home Depot or the mediums, so I'll have to go back there and check to see if they have it still in a shorter size. I'm being interrupted by a stinking truck that sounds like a duck. This, on the other hand, now we're talking. This is perfect. This is catalog picture perfect. This is by far my favorite install that I've ever done in this kitchen. This has it all. It is super nostalgic. I remember seeing these things everywhere back in the day. It's high performance. It's economy grade. I like the fan itself a lot. And again, from an interior design perspective, it looks great. It matches the color scheme. It blends right in, and it just looks like it belongs here. This is not the best time of day to film this because the glare here is washing out the image. I will get some more pictures of this with the wide angle camera later. I'll do a full video on it in here, but this is just phenomenal. After I installed this fan in here, I was thinking about the design process of this kitchen. I designed this kitchen to try to be as like 2000s-esque as possible, working with materials that I could get easily, so pretty much limited to what was at the local big box store, because I didn't have the time to seek out vintage appliances and all these things I would have preferred to have. Just didn't work out that way because there was nothing in here when I moved in. So I tried to get stuff that looked as much like the 90s and 2000s as possible. And for the most part, I was generally able to do that. And these cabinets don't look like they were bought yesterday. These look more like the 2000s or the 90s. The appliances really haven't changed much since the 90s. The microwave is older, that's back from the 80s. But I was thinking about ceiling fans, If I wanted to buy a ceiling fan that was new to put in here and try to match this era of aesthetics, there's no option. There is absolutely zero consumer choice left in ceiling fans. With the exception of Boston Harbor, I guess they make some nice stuff still, but with the exception of Boston Harbor, there's really not much out there. You go to the Home Depot, for instance, or the mediums, and everything is white, black, or gray. There is nothing with color. It's hard to even find one that has wood blades anymore. They're all white, black, or gray. And that's one of the reasons why I think this model is so significant to the ceiling fan industry and interior design, because this model was built and designed with consumer choice in mind. And it was one of the very last models that was sold in a decent array of colors, including old school color schemes. If you look at the fan over in the dining room area, it's pretty much the same color scheme, brown and brass. One is from 1985, one is from the 2000s. Same color scheme, one looks vastly newer than the other, but yet they would both look good in the same spaces. You can put, like we had last month, you can put either a SMC KB36 or this Quick Connect here in this kitchen, and they both blend in perfectly. In the 2000s, you could still buy a fan like this if you had an older styled house, and although the fan would have newer design concepts, like, you know, more of a sleek, rounded design as opposed to the more intricate design of the KB36, and it would still match the space. That's gone nowadays. You can't buy something like this anymore. Again, with the exception of the couple of models offered by Boston Harbor. So I was thinking about this because this fan is kind of, you know, it's exactly period correct to what I wanted the kitchen to look like. So it really just fits perfectly in here. And I might go around and buy some more of those Boston Harbor units over the summer at some point, because that would be interesting to kind of make it full circle. Like, we have all the newer appliances and everything else in here is newer, even though it's trying to look older. And the Boston Harbor would kind of complete that because it's also newer but trying to look older. Over here in the dining area, we have a SMC KB36. There were two of these in here at one point. Last month I had another one over there in the kitchen, and that looked really cool as well. But I have mixed feelings about these installs as well. Should the fan match, or should they be different? I think both works. I wasn't sure if both were going to work, but I think both configurations work just fine. And I actually almost like having two different ones more, because now we can represent two different eras or two different styles in the same area. And a lot of times you can use two different styles to complement each other, and that's kind of what we're doing in here. I think these two fans look great together. But then on the other hand, there's something really neat about seeing either two or three of the same fan installed in one space, especially if it's older, because that's not too common anymore. And the sun is at a bad angle for this shot too, but this looks very nice with the hanging lamp in the background, also very period correct. And this shot is also washed out from the sun, but concept remains. I think this looks awesome. And I was very bothered at first by the fact that these light fixtures don't line up. I was actually going to move this one over, but then I said, no, it has to be like that because the wall is, it comes in over here. So this one is centered in between the two walls in this room, and then the one in the kitchen is centered in between the two walls in the kitchen. So they are naturally going to be at different points if they're centered in between the walls in which they're enclosed by. And I kind of like now that it's not straight, because it looks like some screwed up ghetto situation, and it just makes for a good install. Now the fact that the light is not centered is my fault. I didn't install it correctly. It should. I added that box, and that should have been moved over a couple inches to match with the fan, the fan in the kitchen. But then again, now it's slightly off, and it kind of like lets your eye flow through the install from this one to the other, so it works, even though it's technically not correct. Here in the media room, we have an Encon Princess. There seems to be some discrepancy on what the model actually is. Several reputable people have said it's a Princess Petite, but the box does not say that, so I'm not sure if maybe the branding changed a couple times over the years, but it's a 36, no, actually I think it's a 30. Yeah, it's a 30-inch Princess. Very neat little fan, very powerful. And I almost want to redo the video of this now that I took the Christmas lights down, because it has a whole different dynamic in the room. It actually looks a lot better in the room now because you can actually see the walls, and the blades match quite nicely with the walls. And there's a glare. I didn't realize how bad the glare was this time of day. I will never record ceiling fans in the house this time of day again. You know what the problem is? The sun is shifting this time of year. In the wintertime, I think I can record at this time of day without a problem, but now the sun is in a different spot in the sky and it's causing this glare. But this is really nice fan, and it's very powerful. Unfortunately, I picked a powerful fan for the wintertime usage. I'll have to bring this back out in the summer at some point. I definitely want to cycle this one through a couple different parts of the house as well. I think this could handle a fairly large room. Here in the bedroom, we have a 52-inch Casablanca Next Generation Hugger ceiling fan in white, and it is so crooked. I think that's a installation error, but I'm not completely certain. It's an okay fan. I like the install in the sense that I was trying to go for a lighter feeling for the springtime. A lot of times in the spring I will switch to lighter colored, so either white or white and polished brass fans and or flush mount fans, because it just gives the room a lighter, airy feel like springtime is supposed to. So I think it matches well for the seasons. This fan, the installation process was a pain, and that really kind of took away from my opinion of it. Now that it's installed, I don't really mind it. I think that it should have had concealed hardware. Normally that doesn't bother me, but because this is such a sleek style fan with the ventless housing and so forth, I think the exposure of the screws kind of breaks the, what do you call it? It breaks the aesthetic a little bit. And Casablanca certainly should have known how to do that by now, but it's an okay fan. Performs reasonably well. But if you want to talk about economy products, there are definitely other brands that make much better economy products. I would take a Chatham over this any day. It matches the space just fine. It's kind of hard for a white fan not to match the space unless your ceiling is black or something. But it also doesn't have a lot of character to it. I like the fan to add a lot of character to the room. So it's kind of a, I guess it's just like the living room. It kind of gives mixed feeling because it's a nice light feel to the room for springtime, but then it detracts from the fan being the centerpiece of the room. And speaking of centerpieces for the rooms, we still have this very, very nice ornate version of the SMC A52 here in the computer room. The remote receiver is definitely busted. I found out that it's got to be heat related, because when you shut it on, it'll work fine for some short period of time, and then it starts to act all crazy once it gets up to temperature. Shut it back off, let everything cool down, it'll work fine again. So it is workable. I can change the speeds to some extent. I definitely want to cycle this into the living room. I think it's going to look amazing in there. And this is probably a good time of year to do it because temperature flux isn't changing that much normally, in the sense that we're not going to be running it on high during the day and low at night and stuff like that. It's just going to be on for heat reclamation or probably off. So having the oddity with the speed controls wouldn't matter this time of year. You know, in the middle of winter, I got to be bumping it up to high, medium, whatever. I change it a fair bit, but now medium is probably fine all the time. That's still over there, and it probably always will be. I don't have much else that'll fit in there. Unfortunately, I don't think a 30-inch hugger fits. That one I believe is a 24, and if a 30 fits, it's just barely going to clear it. So I don't know. We'll maybe revisit that at some point. And lastly, downstairs here, we have an awesome install of two Hampton Bay the Chathams in antique brass. And this is very likely an install that will be moved up into the kitchen at some point. This was also aimed to be as 90s, 2000s era as possible with the hanging lamps. And it just looks fantastic. I remember so many restaurants having a combination of fans and these types of hanging lamps. This is great. Phenomenal install. The rest of the house has not changed. I'm not going to keep showing the same thing over and over again, but I will eventually start adding some more fans to the other side, and then we can start rotating those out as well.